There's a lot of music in the show. Did you write any bars for the show? What's poppin', y'all? You rocking with Jiggy Jones, and we got a legend in the building today, formerly known as Chris Lover Lover. We got Ludacris in the building. What's good, Luda?
What's going on, man?
Man, everything's well. Everything's well, man. So first and foremost, how are you? How's the family? How's everyone?
Everybody is good, man. I'm blessed. I can't ask for much more. I can't complain at all.
Yeah, no, definitely. Likewise. So let's talk about Karma's World. First of all, congratulations on the series. Congratulations on Netflix. I saw the reception. Reception has been amazing. Of course, it's named after your first daughter, Karma. Now, what was that decision when you or her started this conversation years ago, and then now it coming into fruition over 14 years later?
Yeah, man. When she was 6 years old, she used to barge into my studio where I recorded like a lot of albums, basically that everyone knows is Ludacris hit songs, and say, "Daddy, I want to rap too. I want to be a rapper." And I used to kick her out, but she was so consistent with it that one day I had to sit her down and say, if you want to do music, you got to talk about what goes on in your life, because Daddy talks about and narrates what goes on in his life in my music. So, her life was pretty much school, learning morals, of course, education, and everything that came along with it, and an occasional fun. And so that's what came up with the idea. We started making songs together, in my spare time. Okay. And it occurred to me that it was like, man, there's no kids' music that can really compete with what's on the top Billboard 100s today. Yeah. And that's where it all started. And then later on came animation and stories and all this stuff. So this is over a decade in the making, but it's all based on her real life. And as we know, art imitates real life. And now you have Karma's World on Netflix worldwide, man, getting a hell of a reception. So dreams come true.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I'm glad that you, as a Black father, was able to establish that early on and just instilling that confidence, because the show definitely talks about those essential themes: self-confidence, self-love, empowering yourself, especially raising a Black queen yourself. So how were you able to just mirror that, or where did you get that from to instill that, and now it's displayed on the Netflix series?
Man, because I was using things that she went through in real life. So there's an episode about her being, a little self-conscious about her name, because her name is so unique. She has the name Karma, and people teasing her about her name. And as we know, there's a lot of people with very unique names. And so we started realizing this could help a lot of kids because they're all going through the same things. There's also an episode about her hair, like somebody touching her hair without permission, and her coming home and feeling bad about that. So once again, man, this is all real life situations. That's probably why people are loving the show so much, because their daughters and their children are going through a lot of the same things.
Yeah, no, 100%. Especially that hair episode, man. Of course, Solange had that song in 2016, "Don't Touch My Hair," and that was extremely prevalent. And that's like, because that's something that we pride ourselves on. That's part of our history, our culture, and other races, they don't understand it. So it's like, I know you fascinated with it, and I know it's unique, but don't come over here. Don't come over here. This is mine,
Right.
So I'm definitely glad that y'all was able to display that in the show. Now, how you are a girl dad, so how have your other younger daughters have been responding to the show?
Man, they love the show. They get to see all of the passes that happen before the final animation. So they know every episode way before it happens. The only problem is they're like, "Daddy, where's our show?" Because we see Karma has hers, so we don't have our own. So I got some problems at the household. That's why I lock myself in the library right now.
Okay, got you. And when is that? So what is the answer for them? When is that show coming out, Luda?
Man, you know what? I got to work on that. If this one took over a decade and they haven't even been on this earth a decade, then we're going to have to figure this out.
No, that's a fact. Now, did you write? Of course, she definitely displays her her ability to write, her ability to rap. There's a lot of music in the show. Did you write any bars for the show?
I have a team of people that kind of, help with the writing, but I oversee everything. To answer your question, the soundtrack is out right now. And to answer your question, there are a couple songs where I definitely donated bars to.
Okay.
But I can't take away from the team of people that kind of help in this process. But yes, Ludacris definitely put some bars to the music. And the whole Karma's World soundtrack is on your streaming platform right now.
Dope. And did anybody, when you being the the one of the final says as far as the song or the rapping is concerned? Did anybody come back with something that you wasn't satisfied with, or some whack lyrics that you was like, nah, I don't think that's gonna hit for the kids that's that's gonna be watching the show? So what was your critique and your criticism when people came back? Or was there
No,
any?
we kind of, I don't just leave it to one person to just come up with something. It's kind of a process where we all are involved from the beginning. And this is a different process from creating Ludacris music, because you have a storyline and then you kind of start with the music from the storyline, and then you have certain words you have to edit to make it more kid friendly, things of that nature. So it's a whole process, and it's a more strenuous process and a longer process than when an artist can just do and say whatever they want to. So I'm there from every part. It's not a point where somebody just made a song and brought it to me and I'm like, hell no, we're not gonna do that. Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of involved in every process. So there you go.
No, definitely. Okay. Dope. Yeah. Dope. Now, is there a spinoff or a next season of Karma's World in the making? What's the next steps?
Man, I'm hoping so. Like the response has been overwhelming. It's worldwide. So, right now, I know that people are still resonating, and some people haven't even seen season 1, but I guarantee you, I'm hoping for the best when it comes to season 2. We just have to wait and see. Yeah. People got to keep watching.
No, that's a fact. Now, was it? How do you take with your acting experience? How did you either take that, or how does it differ from you playing your roles as yourself? Now you're playing an animated character, voiceover. So how was that different? Because you mostly in the studio, recording the voiceovers as opposed to you being on the screen. How was that different?
Right, I played a dad in this show. Man, it's great, man, because everybody always says how much of a unique and a great voice I have. So I gotta lend my voice talents to something other than just Ludacris. So it was great, man. It's fun. It's like me having an alter ego and just being able to be silly. I love it. I love playing the dad's voice. And then, we have Tiffany Haddish in here. We got Danielle Brooks, Dasha Polanco, Azion Bryant. So it's a lot of great cast members that are voicing a lot of the characters. So yeah, everybody needs to watch this show, man. If you haven't seen it yet, tell a friend and tell a friend.
Definitely, especially for the youth, especially for the women out there, young queens, parents. Definitely a lot of positivity with everything going on in the world. We need as much positivity and as much things that can nurture our kids, especially our queens. So,
thank you. That was the whole goal, man. So thank you for that. Thank you for spreading the good word, and more Ludacris music coming next year. I just had to get this off, and I'll let you know about a season 2, my brother.
Say less. Now let's talk about just some other things. As far as I saw Vin Diesel post, a picture with him and The Rock. Of course, the Fast 10, the sequel, the finale. There's always talks every time you guys come out with another hit. Now he's talking about Hobbs being in Fast 10. Is there any type of production going on right now at this moment?
No, there's no production going on. Production is supposed to start next year.
Okay.
At the Q1 of next year, but nothing has started yet.
And what are your expectations? Because you've been a part of the franchise for 20 years now. Too Fast, Too Furious, 2001. You and Tyrese, and now it's like. And you guys are a huge part, a dynamic duo, a comedic duo, and on screen together. So how has that experience been, and what is your expectations going into the finale?
Man, listen, the experience has been the best experience of life, man. I call it the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah. If we were in 2 and then came back for 5, them did 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and now they talking 10 and 11. Yeah. The expectations. We never expected to even do this many. So the fact that there's 2 more, I mean, listen, I feel like I'm the luckiest person on earth to have 20 million records sold as a music artist and billions of movie theater tickets sold as part of a cast of a franchise that's going down in history. So I don't know what else to tell you, man. It's the greatest thing on earth.
No, 100%. And now, real last few questions. Of course, you just performed at the Braves, your city, Atlanta. Just won the World Series, the first time since I think '95. Atlanta's having a great sports run. Of course, the Hawks with Trae Young, and now Atlanta winning the World Series. So, how's that feeling with your team your city just winning the World Series and bringing the title back?
Man, it's been 1995 was the last time that we won a championship. So you already know it was over 1 million people that came out for this parade. They shut schools down. Yeah. So that should let you know how happy Atlanta is that we won a World Series. the whole city's on fire, as if we wasn't already on fire in the first place.
No, 100%. And lastly, you are a citizen of Gabon. Your wife is from Gabon.
Yeah.
You know, I'm African. I'm West African. I'm Liberian. So
yes.
You know, anytime
About.
I meet someone that you know that's going that extra step to become a citizen of the motherland, you know, I always salute them. And you even said the best woman reside in Africa. You know,
way before I was a dual citizen.
exactly. So
I get
how did that citizenship come about, and how's your experience been when you visit?
Man, my wife that was a surprise. My wife, she knows, you know, she knows the higher ups over there, and got my entire family citizenship. So that's probably the best present I've ever received in my entire life. And I can't wait to go back, man. We now have a home there and everything. So I'm just blessed, you know, just to have that option. But to be able to go over there and holler at my second family, because her whole family still lives over there.
Okay.
So I love it, man.
Dope. And last question, man. You transitioned through a lot throughout your career, starting off as Chris Lover, the radio intern, DJ. Everybody said, nah, the radio guy can't do music. He can't rap. And of course, you define the odds, multi-Grammy award winning. Now setting the stage for acting. Now you have a comedic, an animated series out based on your daughter's life. How have you been able to just transition from where you started from till now?
Man, I just go where God takes me, man. I'm listening. I'm all ears. I utilize every step of where I'm at to get to the next step and continue to evolve. I'm just a very curious person. So the best way to answer that question is I love satisfying my curiosity, and I'll go hard and go at no cost or no stop to accomplish a goal. And I'm gonna continue to do that, man, especially if it's something that's gonna benefit the new generation. So that's what Karma's World is all about. Man, I love the feedback. Thank everybody. If you haven't seen it yet, please go stream it on Netflix and stream the album. That's out on our streaming platform.
Let's get it. Luda, I definitely appreciate the time, brother. Appreciate having you. I
love my African brother.
Definitely. I definitely can't wait to hear that new Luda music. Like he said, make sure y'all go stream that Karma's World soundtrack out now. Make sure y'all stream the show on Netflix. It's worldwide. It's doing amazing. The reception has been great. And there you have it. Jiggy Jones and Ludacris, y'all.
Thank you, my brother. Love.